Hey, you! This is the self-proclaimed armchair guru here to talk about this past weekend's UFC 218 card, which was absolutely stacked. Stacked like a babe in California on the beach. Oh my God, it's stacked. Lord, it had everything. Back and forth action, good groundwork, finishes, submissions, anything that we can ask for. One thing I'm not going to do is also bore you guys with all the action from the prelims. I know a lot of people do tune in to the main card to catch everything, so I won't bring up too much from the prelims. I'll be like that new girlfriend that you just met, leaves over a toothbrush, maybe an eyelash curler, or something small that she there. I'll be that guy for you guys when I'm first starting off for a year. Also want to introduce you to my very talented co-host, Rumpus. Now, obviously I never had this before. I found this, bottom of my fridge. That's always good to have, guests over. They leave some stuff, they forget it, and it's your benefit. You get to drink it and have, a good time. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, obviously. I do want to footnote Dominic Reyes. And the reason I want to is because the light heavyweight division needs something new. It needs to be, rejuvenated here. And Dominic Reyes looks to give that. I mean, there's a few guys that are kind of new in the division, making a little bit of waves. You got Tyson Pedro, Misha Serkinov, and also Dominic Reyes. Now, the former of those two recently coming off losses, with Pedro losing to Alir Latif, and also we have Serkinov losing to Volkan, who is also challenging DC for the belt. But those guys are going to be, in the picture for the future to come in that division. So Dominic Reyes being able to stop Kimbo like that in the Fight Pass prelims was excellent because we need fresh blood. And for him to, he stops everybody. I mean, 7 of 8 fights ended in the first round, and he's only 8-0. So he really finishes everybody he fights. So be on the lookout for Dominic Reyes. I definitely know I am. There was a little bit controversy with Hamasi and Al Hassan. Her being stopped at extra very, very soon. Didn't give Hamasi a chance to fight out of it like he's been doing that entire fight. But they were throwing bolos. They were just straight here the whole time. Manny Pacquiao, Timothy Bradley style. But they're set for a rematch. Dana White already booked that. So we got that going. Now, Amanda Cooper and Angela Magana, the reason why I'm talking about that is because we all know we hate Magana. I mean, this girl, we want to see her get beat up everywhere. But if you do it outside of the octagon, obviously you've seen with Cyborg, she will indeed call the cops on you, and you will be going to jail, or at least press some charges. So it's good to see her lose. I mean, hopefully she's out of the UFC by then. I don't want to spend too much time on her because anytime she gets publicity, she's talking about, having a banana in her pants. If she was a man, they want to stop the fight. You're trash. You lost for a reason. Waste management. I don't know if everybody use waste management. When they try to get picked up, you probably see Madonna on the back of it, like waving at you because she's so trash. Absolute trash. Moving on. Felice Herrig, Courtney Casey. That was a boring fight. I expected more fireworks out of that. Herrig showed that she had more power. Casey used no footwork, and she typically does move around very well in the octagon. But Felice Herrig landed the more powerful shots. They had some beef at the end where they're Nate and Nick Diaz with middle fingers in the air and all that stuff like that, but then didn't want to fight each other after that, so they were just gassing each other up like most females do in the first place. But, it was an okay fight, not the best. Also, David Tamor and Jakar Close wasn't close at all because as soon as Jakar tried to get close, Tamor was able to fight it off well. It started with aggression with Close into desperation, just when it wasn't able to go ahead and capitalize. Tamor picked him apart, one of the best strikers in the UFC. He picked up the decision win again, so that was also good. The fight of the year with Alex Cowboy Oliveira, oh my God, and Yancy Medeiros, these guys were going back and forth again, straight bolos with each other, throwing straight magnets at each other, just sticking each other real quick. Yancy dropped him. Alex would, basically messed up her nose. Now, obviously, Oliveira fought back and fought well, but that nose really didn't recover. Third round, covered up, slumped over. Medeiros picks up the knockout win in the third. So that was a good fight. I'm looking at both of these guys in the future. Now, last but not least in that one, I do want to touch on Paul Felder. You talk about Charles Oliveira and how good he does. He's very good on the ground. DuBronx absolutely can get it on the ground. One of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in all of MMA, no matter what division he is. Verdun, Damian Maia, does not matter at all. If you don't know about him, think about Aaron Rodgers at the quarterback position. He is literally the best at what he does. And Paul Felder played on the ground with him. It got dangerous a little bit. He didn't He wasn't scared. Also got put in a few chokes, but he got out of it and stopped him on the ground. So Paul Felder, I'm telling you, look out for him at 155. He is dangerous. He should have beat Edson Barbosa. I had him on cards there, but watch out for the Irish Dragon. I think he's going to be big at 155 while they wait to see if Connor's going to fight Tony, El Kukui, and we'll see what goes on from there. Jumping to the main card there. Obviously I skipped over a few fights because I don't want to go ahead and just keep talking and talk you guys' ears off about that. Good win by Tisha Torres over Michelle Waterson. But sliding to the main card here. Obviously we talked about that a little bit. But Eddie Alvarez and Justin Gaethje, another Fight of the Year candidate. These guys, again, I go back, it's my only move. But these guys throwing straight yammers at each other. Oh, my God. These guys, they promised a war and they gave it to us. No doubt about it. These guys came out throwing straight hands at each other. Eddie Alvarez looked really good, though. I'll give him that. He's known for giving you wars, exactly what he promised, but typically he's on the wrong end of them sometimes, He will get stopped. Justin Gaethje steamrolling his competition, jumping in organization, stopping Michael Johnson. But Eddie Alvarez, his head movement was just so beautiful. He made Justin Gaethje pay for missing body shots. And then Gaethje worked his leg shots. And then it was the battle of who's going to fall to first. Was it going to be Eddie Alvarez's leg or Justin Gaethje's body? We saw it. The body crumbled, and Eddie Alvarez landed a beautiful knee, night. Fight of the night. So they both got bonuses there. What's next for Eddie? I think Dustin Poirier wants to run that back. Justin Gaethje, going back to the drawing board. I think if I were him, I would use more wrestling in the future because that violent style with some killers at the top 5, as you can see, won't work too well for him. Let's see where both of these guys go from there. But I know Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier seems to be on the horizon for both of those guys. Henry Cejudo and basically little Anthony, Sergio Pettis, put on another great fight. Cejudo is probably the most improved fighter that we've seen in the UFC. From an Olympic wrestler, this guy is probably one of the best grapplers in all of MMA. And to go to improve his striking like that, working with Patricky Pitbull that was over there, Bellator, you can see a big difference. He has that Conor McGregor type style karate, and in order to beat that style, you got to be able to close the distance. But even when you close the distance on him, he has good hands and good grappling. So when Sergio came in, Henry took advantage, single leg. It was a big difference in the grappling, and we really saw that there. And so Henry's probably next for a title shot after TJ fights DJ, and we'll see what's next. Sergio Pettis, he's going to kill everybody else in the division until he runs into Henry or DJ, and he's got a bright future. Both of them are very young, so we'll see what happens after that. Also, Overeem and Francis Ngannou can only be described as murder. I don't know if y'all ever seen live, but it looks like we have a clear case of murder. He killed him. The way he popped his head up. You ever saw Jeff Hardy and WWF when he did this move right here, and then he did that little move and said, That's how Overeem head popped out. Bing! It was like that. I'm telling you, this head flew off. But that fight was over with that. One crazy left. Overeem. He had a weak chin, but I think anybody would have been knocked out from that, even the champ himself, Stipe, which is next for Ngannou. That's a scary guy. He will be fighting Stipe next, as Dana said. And we'll see what goes on from there, but it's going to be a tough fight for Francis. But he definitely deserves a shot, and he's put the whole heavyweight division on notice that he ain't nothing to be, messing with. I don't know if kids are watching, so I'm going to say mess with. All right. Last but not least, Max Holloway, Jose Aldo. I can go on for days about Max. I think he is the best fighter in all of MMA. He's the hottest, at least. You can say that. Ranked off 12 straight victories and impressive faction against one of the best featherweights, not to only take over as the best featherweight. Max Holloway is literally the best guy in there. The best era has started. Excellent cardio, granite chin, basically that Carlos Condit. This guy just comes in and come to war, and he literally just walks you down and stalks you and just beats the dog out of you. Aldo had nothing. He even switched up his game plan. He came out there. He was moving his head, slipping a lot of shots. Max just kept walking him down, ate everything that he took, no matter what. It was a beautiful sight, and there's no one that's going to beat Max, not Frankie Edgar, nobody in that division. He's already beat most of the top 5 already there. I can see big fights in the future. The Conor, the rematch with Conor. Anybody at 155, El Kukui, this guy has a lot of talent. Maybe Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw can move up to 145. Dominic Cruz who look to fight this guy because Max Holloway is the truth, and it truly is the blessed era. Like I said, I want to give you guys a quick short video regarding that. Most likely I'll be back before Saturday to break down that Cub Swanson, Brian Ortega, Aljamain Sterling Moraes fight this upcoming Saturday. I'll give you my thoughts on that. And like I said, you guys subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys next time. Hopefully with a new drink. I'll probably finish this later on today. Peace.